everybody back in. Welcome back to the Wholesome House.
Oh yeah,
I had
okay,
to,
Zach, go crazy.
You feel me? I had to finesse,
bring us in, man. Go crazy.
Today, it's your boy, Big Z today. Big Z.
Yeah.
Today. I got my chain on.
You would never.
I'm normally lowercase Z, but hey, I'm saying it's my time to shine now. But yeah, glad to have y'all back. Just gonna welcome all the guys in the house. Y'all can feel free.
Wavy J, man, in the place to be, Wholesome House. Once again, it's great to see you guys from this side of the lens.
All right, you know who it is. March on the 1s and 2s, on the 3s. Shout out to third month. And, welcome back. We in here.
Yeah. What's going on? It is Benjamin Lane back in the building. The Segway Sensei. What did I say last week? The topic change chancellor. Wow. What else am I today? I'm the subject matter smooth operator in the building. Look, I'm going to just keep adding on. You feel me? I'm going to just keep adding on. Listen, I'm going to just say this right out the gate. If I sound a little out of breath this episode, it's because I Flintstone my way to the building today because these gas prices.
Man.
I burnt the quarter tank today.
Man.
Ooh,
oh, yeah, because you was in Saginaw.
Heck, shit. I literally filled my stuff up right before work, went to work, bust to move to Saginaw, bust to move back. That's why I'm late. John don't want to give me no water. Yeah. I got the water, though. Shout out to him. I got
what do you call this?
What do you call this?
I feel like, do you think it's going to get to a point where, like, a full tank is a flex? Like, I think because everyone keeps...
full tank bit of flex.
All right.
People be putting...
it's something else right now. Like, I feel like I could... take a picture. If I ever actually get my tank back to full, I'm taking a picture and posting it.
Man,
like straight up. I don't care about designer right now.
I don't need no money phone.
I don't care about jewelry right now.
The tank is that.
But if I get that full tank, you got it.
Yeah, I'll take you anywhere. I drive to Chicago. You don't got to fill up.
That's how you know you really made it. But I probably won't eat that day if I do get the full tank. It's rough out here.
How much it costs for you to fill up your tank? Or better yet, where does $20 get you right now?
That's not even giving me half.
That's the part that hurts so crazy.
It gets me from point A to point 8.5.
They give me a third of a tank.
Can't even get to point B for real. I'm just look. But we gonna ease down the road regardless. But it feels great to be back. It also feels great to have Zach back. Last week. Shout out Matt for coming through and being a guest. Hopefully you guys can see him some more in the future.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
He's
that's the homie,
around.
and for sure a part of the Wholesome family. But we back with the OG crew, and we were for those actually. And are we gonna keep doing that? Are we gonna keep going live?
Yeah.
All right, yeah. So that's a quick announcement. We actually just went live. Shout out to all the people that came through in the live. Sounds like we're gonna keep doing it. It was kind of dope. It was pretty fun. So for future reference, every time we start recording we record on. Usually
we normally record on Wednesdays. At around 6:30, 6:30, maybe 7 o'clock by the time we get set up and everything like that. But subject to change if obviously we record on a different day. But nonetheless, always tune in with us before episode. It'll come up. We'll be on there for 20 to 30 minutes. So even if you catch the middle of it, we appreciate the interaction for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, come mess with us.
But we were already talking about some of the subjects. I know I have a few subjects for today, some topics I want to throw out if we get to them. But before, you had some good stuff that we were already discussing. So if you want to take a point on that, then
absolutely.
Let's get it.
I don't know if my guys, the Segway Sensei, Waterboy, March. I don't know if y'all got the chance to actually look at your phones and find something. But the topic that I had brought up in the prelude, in the live video,
prelude,
just was what songs were just sampled greatly, or what song had the most sampleability, that you have listened to, because you might have encountered an R&B song or a rap song with a familiar melody, and then you go on Who Sampled. I get on Who Sampled all the time. Whenever I hear a familiar beat, I'm like, I know this, and it's going to irritate me if I don't see what it is. So I go in there and I see wow, they really sampled Mary J. Blige. I would have never knew this was Mary J. Blige if I didn't get on here. Or man, he sampled Adele. I love Adele. Contrary to popular belief, Adele is fantastic. For sure.
Man. We're not talking about the laptop, but continue.
Hey, facts. But so I was just wondering, what songs have you heard, sampled, 1, 2, or 3 times? You're every time that I hear this song sampled, it's just mind blowing. Or no matter what, you can't do wrong to the song. You can chop it up, screw it, whatever you want to do. It's always a good song.
It's always a hit.
Been chopped and screwed.
Facts.
It's a
Anyway.
jam.
I mean, because I started saying, I honestly am struggling to
That's
get
a
a
very
solid
tough
answer
question
for
for
this
me.
one.
Hey,
I would say Stevie Wonder for 2 songs. For Rocket Love. Actually, off the same album, off Hotter Than July. All I Do and Rocket Love. All I Do is sampled by Wale, actually, on the breakup song.
Well,
And Rocket Love was sampled on a lesser known song, this song by Terrence Martin, who does like a lot of
Oh wow.
production with for Kendrick and say it was a song
Terrence,
with
that's
Kendrick.
a jam.
Yeah.
Gotta be a jam.
It's called Thirsty with him and Side of Prince. Shout out
Oh,
Side
yeah.
of Prince.
wow.
That
Sci-Hi
that's a jam.
is underrated, but continue.
Man, yeah.
So Stevie.
I would probably say Stevie. Who else? I mean,
Her-
Sir Duke has been sampled before. I mean, you
But-
could go down the list. I
but,
mean,
like-
he's always getting.
Like what was the song again?
It was
You
2.
said-
It was All I Do,
All I Do.
and
All I
Rocket
Do.
Love.
Okay. See, that's the hard part. I don't have like
a lot of that in your memory banks that you pay attention to.
Yeah.
on
I
a
have
regular
like
basis.
people who I would think for sure, and also have like I won't leave this question empty-handed. I'll share one that I think was
Jungle.
it was just so there's no way it could go wrong, and
Okay.
I want to say Tyler when he sampled Jodeci, that was a hit.
Which Jodeci song? Jodeci gets sampled a lot,
I have to look-
Jodeci does get sampled
I
quite a
looked
bit.
that one up,
and they always
real quick.
bang too.
But it's
John B on
What's Your Name?
cameras.
Was-
Cameras by Drake.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, facts. That was a great
That
sample.
was a John
that,
B
that-
sample.
That was a great sample.
Yeah.
Mine's you already spoiled it, but
Yeah.
Alicia Myers. I want to thank you
That was
because
incredible.
Busta Rhymes and Ye on there. I was
That was
listening to that in the
incredible.
car driving to the airport. And they're like, dun 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 dun. They just like going crazy, like really just give you bars. I don't know what Busta Rhymes said at any of that song.
That was actually it was Busta Rhymes and Q-Tip. Yeah,
Yeah.
Kanye did do
He
the
just talked a
background,
little
but
bit.
yeah,
He on his
yeah.
Birdman a little bit, but nonetheless, like that song hard. And then 50 Cent also sampled that song. And then The Weeknd on his new album,
But
Sacrifices,
not trying.
sampled that song. And then Chris Brown on Indigo also sampled it. So I'm like,
That
Alicia
sounds like
Myers,
the one.
hey, 1950,
What song did he sample on Indigo?
Temporary Lover with
Okay.
Lil Jon.
Oh,
Yeah, that's a sample of that song too. So after I heard that, I'm just like,
Okay.
hey, the 50s, 60s, 70s, 90s, 2000s,
I'm
she
just a
running it.
soundboard
That's a
today.
great sample though.
I agree with that. I apologize. I was completely wrong. It was Backseat with No Sheets by H-Town is what Tyler has sampled. That's one. That's one. I don't know. It's
Not a
just
safe
So
reference.
yeah.
no, not at all. That's why I had to look it up. I'm sorry. I was completely wrong when I said it earlier. I said it was Jodeci.
No worries.
Just wanted to clear the air. Boo this man. Boo.
Get him out of here.
Tomato.
You know the door.
Out of here.
It's hard for me to just pinpoint like one song that gets sampled often or whatever. But one of my favorite samples is whenever they sample Curtis Mayfield, "Move On Up."
That's a good one.
Obviously, the most popular one is "Touch the Sky" by Kanye, by Ye. Excuse me, I don't want him to come for me. But yeah, you looking kind of blank. You know the song, right? You know the song. Okay, yeah. But
I was trying not to cough in the mic.
But yeah, it's just a really good song in general, as is, and then it's just got very, very contagious sounds. And I'm a sucker for horn instruments, and it's all throughout that song, obviously. And so, anytime they use it in samples, remixes, covers, things like that, I'm usually a fan. But it did, your question actually made me think about. I know there's a lot of discussion within the hip hop world about the concept of sampling. A lot of people are making arguments that the art of sampling is kind of dying in a sense, or it's just becoming less and less utilized and less mastered, if that makes sense. I think like the artistry of choosing the correct sample, doing it well, is only being honed in by a certain bunch of artists. And I think those artists are kind of the main ones that are still doing great things. Like Tyler does a wonderful job with samples. Drake's production has samples all throughout every project.
6 songs sampled in one song.
Yeah, exactly.
Tory Lane.
Shout out Alchemist.
I was gonna say shout out to all the I can't even think, like Navy Blue,
Yeah.
like Earl's Camp, all of them.
Yeah.
They be having the crazy samples too.
Saying Alchemist, man.
I definitely feel like I'm seeing more
Her, yeah,
I can think of like
sampling.
more like underground artists for sure, and plus just clearing samples. I mean, I know a
It
ton
could
of
be that,
artists.
yeah.
I've seen a ton of artists that their stuff is like off of streaming once they caught wind of some of them samples. So
Jacquees,
I think. Do you
remember
think
when
that's kind of like the
Jacquees-
main reason why?
Every song.
when Jacquees was finessing everybody.
I mean, Jacquees wasn't even sampling, bro.
was
Jacquees
just
tried to pull a
covering
no
the song.
ceilings, and he just Jacqueesed it up instead.
hey, that's so crazy. It's crazy that he was doing that for a
mix.
while, and it
Right,
wasn't.
Queez mix,
It
bro.
wasn't
Get outta
until
here.
the LMA thing that she
Yeah.
was like, "Yeah, that
No.
song got wiped from the internet, bro." Like you can even search that song up and find it anywhere, bro.
You got to go onto the dark web just
That's-
to find the Queez mix.
That song is
That's
gone,
crazy.
bro.
Wasn't they like blowing up? Wasn't that like everybody like favorite version of the song?
Because
too?
it came
Yeah.
out, he dropped it at the same time that she was kind of promoting the song. So she was like, "Why would you drop this remix right when I'm about
Get
to,
that boy out of there.
bro?" And
Yeah, I guess I
Did
get
what he
that
had to
because it
do.
is it's kind of disrespectful in a way to just like make a song
I'm gonna let you finish.
better, you know.
Exactly.
hey,
Yeah,
Lil Wayne used to do it
exactly.
all the time, bro. And I love that.
Yeah, if Lil Wayne get a hold of your song, it's over.
bro. Man,
I
It's
mean,
not
hey,
your song.
it's good for your song.
I'm saying, hey,
Is it
You'll
good
be-
for your
you'll-
song or is it just good for Lil Wayne?
Listen, you might be.
It's good for the producer.
the second.
for sure.
You might be the second. Look,
Yeah, right.
They have a
I'm
reason to
saying-
go double check it.
Exactly.
Like, oh, this is who sampled.
From a search optimization.
you feel me?
I'm second in the list. But yeah, I guess that's a great point. I feel like a lot of reasons why people are sampling less often is just for the soul factor. It's probably a lot more difficult to
Clear them.
clear them and to honestly, I feel like everything's kind of moving in that direction, even with social media and stuff. Like, you know, you can't post anything. Like we were just talking when we were on the live. Like, if you play a song for
You
more
get
than 30
taken down.
seconds, no, they eating your whole.
Shout out to Ben for knowing that we only can do 30 seconds.
Yeah. That's
we,
just, I
or
mean,
we was gonna have to add something saying our pinned message, like we don't own the rights to any of this
yeah,
music.
exactly.
And
I
even
hate
then,
putting
they
those
might be like,
messages.
"No, we didn't see that. we didn't see that pinned message."
That's yikes.
Next thing we know, copyright Wholesome House, a whole new thing.
Man,
Get banned off going on live. I'll be like, "Damn, this was the first one."
right out the gate.
We
just
trying to make
banned.
it to the metaverse at least. Like,
Bro,
damn,
right.
Sitting with the Wholesome House, then we have a fake audience.
Hey,
All of the Oculus
live
sets.
studio
Hey.
audience. That'd be lit. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey,
Rolling Loud did something similar like that. They did on a Twitch stream, and they
Yeah.
had
Yeah,
where
they
they had
did.
people out in the crowd,
uh-huh.
like digital, or like how they had in the NBA during the bubble
I
when they
did
had the
see
that.
fans.
Yeah,
They had
what
the
a time.
fans out.
I should go buy an Oculus today.
You got the funds like that, big man. You just used all that gas.
I'm
Hey,
saying.
man. Hey, I'm trying to take the name
Talking
Big
about-
Z, man.
I was about to say,
I
you
can't
Big
be
Z,
Big
bro.
Z out here, and I can't afford the Oculus, right?
I
Yeah,
mean, wow,
yeah.
That's one way.
it's
to
a
put
big
it.
jump.
Hey, man, y'all heard
like
it
it,
here
though.
live and direct, man.
Talking about if Zach does not have an Oculus,
About
then
to.
we know.
Hey, we know something.
all the pocket watches out there, like, all right,
Right.
I'm gonna
Hey,
see what you want.
that's not
Talking
even
about
his
why you
car.
right?
That's his mom's.
That's his mom's.
That's
for real.
crazy.
But I mean, that's really, I don't know. Sampling is an interesting discussion for sure. I hope to see more of it. I hope to see more of it done well, because that's really the key to it. And
It's still like around. It's just how they do it is different.
you know what?
I even think like remixing too.
People just
Yeah.
make them now.
For sure.
Because I'd rather deal with the person that made it instead of if I can even get a hold of someone who made a song in the 70s. You know what I'm saying? Depending how big it gets, how small it gets, I can also buy it from you off right.
Yeah,
too.
true. But I think I don't know. I think it's gonna be interesting to see in the future because a lot of these samples are coming from previous generations, right?
Yeah.
Do we think at some point they're gonna be sampling the songs that
We listen to
are currently original beats of this day and age?
40 about to get sampled like crazy, bro. Them Drake beats.
Some kind of
Yeah.
way.
It's kind of tough though
when it's already a sample tone.
when it's
It's
already
already a you
so
sampling
heavily
a sample.
sampled, right?
yeah.
We getting into sampleception here.
I mean, it might have just
Yeah.
been the way that producer I did it. That's the way you like it, and that's what you took.
Yeah.
Specifically.
Nonetheless, I 100% think that is going to be done. It's kind of like the natural progression of everything. It's kind of like the survival of the fittest. So only the best samplers are still going to be getting. That's where you're going to be taking your beats from. So I definitely see Drake, J. Cole, Kendrick. I definitely see them getting sampled a lot in the future.
I can see weird artists like more like Cardi or Uzi. I think those would be some interesting samples.
Sped up.
All those
So
phonetics.
Like they're kind of like ad libs.
I was gonna say the phonetic stuff. Yeah.
I could definitely see a little, like effects added throughout there, all that kind of stuff. But we'll see. I think, like you're saying, it is somewhat of a natural progression, and so regardless, as the genres change and as whatever, I think we'll always kind of reach back onto the foreground. Is that the right word? The foreground? No, the foreground's like something in front. The forefront. Thank you. I appreciate you, but we'll see.
John to another day.
Anything that if they ever sample like Finito or something, I'm definitely tuning in.
Facts. No.
So that speaks on kind of the conversation that we were talking about last week, and just how to some degree music is going. Like I was making the point that there will be some level of a generational gap, but if I am walking past my child's room and I peep like a Finito sample on a completely different song, I might have to turn up with them in that moment.
On me, I'm like, hey son, I know where you got this from. Congratulations.
What you know about Keith?
What you know about
that?
What you know about
Keith?
What you know about Sosa? Big Sosa?
What you know about Von?
Man, this man. I was listening to King Von, his new project, and this man texted me because Apple Music.
You can subscribe or follow
like
people.
You can see who's listening. He texted me just because he saw my name, and he was like, man, you don't understand how much this made my day.
Hey, Sean be doing the same thing when I listen to some Flip music, bro. He be like, bro, he talking about, thank goodness you was listening to that, bro. I can't believe.
Listen, because it's like, I listen to a lot of Chicago artists already. Dirk, Von, Herb, Polo G, etc., etc. Like a lot of the drill artists. So so it's like when you hear me mention another person in the same caliber of music that I always listen to, it's like, okay, this could just be a niche thing. This is just what you're into. This might not just be actually good. You just like it because you're used to it.
Yeah.
So when I see Ben's name under there, I'm like, we have different lanes, but we can both appreciate this Von album. Hey, he would have did great things. Shout out Von, bro. He hard.
Man. Do you think, and this is, I guess, staying in the same vein of, music and, when someone makes a really, really strong song, a song that lasts for a long time, do you think they typically know it in that moment? Or do you think it's just like you just make a song that you like and then later on it just... I'm really thinking of like a First Day Out or a Dreams and Nightmares or like a Finito or whatever. Just a song that... Yeah. Like it doesn't... Not necessarily like a runaway. Like I'm sure like Kanye, when he made a song like that, you probably know, but I feel like there's a lot of some songs that you just kind of are just making music and you're just like, oh, this will probably get big, but you never really know if it's gonna last that long. It's
definitely different things on the spectrum. I think of Trap Queen by Fetty Wap. We was talking about that.
Just talking about Fetty Wap,
and he pushed that song for like over. He pushed that song for over a year, bro.
Crazy.
And
I'm sorry.
Fetty was hard. I was playing Fetty in 2017. People like, you still playing Fetty? I'm like, bro, he tough.
What was that? 279.
Baby, how you doing?
That song that song remind me.
RGF Island.
Hey, they gonna take us down. We do not own the copyrights of Fetty Wap's music.
You gotta sing it real off key, so they be like, nah, we don't even record it.
Bro, I can't be on key when I'm singing Fetty Wap anyway.
Hey, man.
You match him
I be
accidentally.
struggling. Right, exactly. You just be squealing in the car, and then you're like, hold on,
Man,
that was it. But go ahead and say what you were trying to say.
That song was getting pushed for like over a year before it really started gaining traction and millions of plays on SoundCloud.
Kind of like us.
Like
manifestations.
Hey. For real.
No facts. But I can't think of the Lil Tecca song, bro.
Oh,
I've heard that name
before.
before.
Yeah.
I feel like
Ransom.
That's a good
one. He was kind of like, I made that song kind of quick. It was kind of a quick hookup, and that song really blew up. So I think
it really did.
It's no way to really know. You know what I'm saying? I think it's always really important to be the biggest fan of your own work, and if you're kind of like feeling really strongly about it, I feel like other people around you kind of feel the same way over time. As long as it's good. I mean,
Maybe put on no guard.
I'm saying Earl Sweatshirt once said, "You either good or you not, bro." That's just how
wise words.
That's just how it go.
Man, I'm so glad that they freed him, even though he was just at math camp. Anyway, I'm not to. I don't know. I might be just feeling chaotic or whatever, but this is all tying into a lot of the stuff that I've been thinking about. So I'm gonna pose a different question really quickly. It's all, of course, tied in because that's how the Segway Sensei does it. But it's kind of speaking still on the longevity of music and certain songs and artists and things like that. I've been seeing a lot of stuff about artists falling off. I've been seeing stuff about a lot of athletes falling off. You might even sometimes see stuff about like actors or something, like all types of creative formats and whatever. And I don't know. I just was wondering, like, at what point do we actually consider someone to have fallen off versus just maybe they're just not in their prime at this point, or maybe they just had one bad project, one bad song, one bad whatever, versus, oh no, they're completely falling off. And what actually made me think of this was I was watching the Russell Westbrook interview about everyone calling him Westbrook.
Damn.
And he getting all hurt and blah blah. And I was just like, I haven't seen too many highlights of you, bud. Like I get it.
Sweep him with the broom,
but
sweeping with the.
And like I don't want to just straight up just be like, yeah, no, he's done for. Like he's falling off. He might,
but why not?
I don't know, but
why not? I guess to start answering your question,
why
now,
not? As to
why not now? Why
hasn't he fallen off?
Why don't you feel that he's fallen off?
I didn't say that.
That's why he was
hasn't.
questioning what.
I was just saying, like, is it too early or has he fallen off?
He has fallen off.
Straight up.
100%.
How do you know?
Okay, yeah. Why?
Okay, so I would say that falling off would just be based in what your best has been shown at that point in time and how consistently you have done it. Because like Melo a bucket. I think Melo is probably a top 10 scorer ever in NBA history.
He's going crazy.
He might not be a top 10 player because he's not going to play defense and he's not going to pass the ball. But shooting, putting the ball inside of the rim, that is what he does at a very efficient level, no matter how old he was. But he fell off because the 25 points and 7 rebounds and he gonna dunk on somebody. He gonna run up the court quickly. He might catch an alley or something. That Melo, we do not see anymore. He still can put the ball in the bucket. I seen him go get 20 for Portland a couple times. So it's like he's still capable of that, but you were doing it on a night in and night out basis, and now we see it, once a month. So it's just like it's when the consistency leaves is when I would say that somebody has fallen off.
So how do you still measure that in something that isn't very consistent?
Right.
Like how we were kind of talking about, or no, instead of music, because we talked about music quite a bit already. Let's talk about, like, I guess, movies or, actors or something like that. Like, how would you be able to tell when
tickets not selling?
I mean,
there you go. All right, cool.
But that's difficult because that's such a team effort. Like a full movie, like I could be a great actor and just be casted in an awful movie that was just poorly written, and ultimately that's my fault for taking on that role, and taking on that.
That really makes me think of Matthew Stafford. I don't know why.
Yeah, like,
but
clearly, like imagine if you were like, wow, yeah, Matt Stafford
Calvin
really
Johnson
fell off or whatever.
Man, that was sick.
He definitely didn't because he's got a ring now, and so like that's the difficult part, and kind of going based off of Zach's. I think that's what I'm trying to hone in on is that, like, yes, we recognize that Melo is not the same Melo, but like how many seasons would we have to see him not be Melo for us to be like he's fallen off?
If I had to give a frequency of something, I would just say, honestly, I would say 3 strikes.
3 strikes?
Yeah. So like, okay, so even somebody like who drops as infrequently as Frank Ocean.
Right.
Right. He drops very seldomly. So I'm saying he doesn't need to drop an album every 2 or 3 years, and if he doesn't, then he's not hot anymore.
Right.
But it's like, okay, if he gives us an album, just say every 5 years, then it's like, okay, he gave us 2 albums in 10 years, and both of them were good, and then he give us a crappy album. That crappy album means more on his legacy because it's like, okay, like, what I'm saying, in your body of work and your body of 3, it's like you shooting 66% because that's your frequency.
Ooh, scholarly.
So what I'm saying? About that deduction, it's like,
yes, sir.
You went from being, 100%, like you perfect, what I'm saying, like you don't have a blemish on your record, to now it's like, wow, one of the 3 is bad.
Yeah, somebody said something similar about like a Lauryn Hill, since she only has really one album, unless you're counting the Fugees stuff. If she, like, if she dropped an album today and people were like, "This is terrible." Like, would she have? You know what I'm saying?
That's another wrench.
You know what I'm
Put
saying?
her on there. Actually,
would she be considered like falling off? Because I mean, she's only got 2.
Yeah.
Same about Jay Electronica too, low key, because he dropped the album.
Yeah, actually.
So then, even like kind of like movies with Denzel and stuff like that. It's like just like the frequency. So it's like, okay, if Denzel's been in 10 movies, it's like, okay, if he had, you know, a strong stretch of like maybe like 3 or 4 like solid films, like Emmy Award winning or like nominations and stuff like that, and then as his like percentage, kind of like I would just say I would use a percentage of 70%, just for like school purposes. So it's like, okay, the closer that him like, okay, failed project, not number 1 selling movie. It's like the closer you're getting to like that 70% or like that average category, it's like, okay, you officially fell off. So it's like you can take 1 or 2 bumps in any of the frequencies or entertainment industries that you're in, but the closer you get into 70, like the closer you're getting to average, you're not exceptional anymore. So now you have fell off, you know. So that accounts for the frequency differences of movies versus sporting events versus.
I think that's the most
I still feel
fair
like
way.
I still feel like that's a tough.
People ain't thinking
tough.
that hard. You have one bad day in anything, and people like, boo, this person trash. Drake,
Ooh, tomato.
True.
More Life drop. Drake is terrible. Really? Like, it's that fast? Like, man, this man has had like 8 classic albums.
But you got to think too. It's people that
He's
like
also
the
dropped
first
so much.
minute an album drop, people be like, "This is the worst music I've ever heard in my time."
And they sit on that for like 3 months, and then they revisit and be like, okay, I'll
Man,
switch
a whole lot of red.
I still stand that
I
it
think
should have
about
been
dyeing my hair red.
should have been a beat
Yeah,
tape.
I got mine red.
But that's, I mean, I can. It
But that's a good
varies.
comparison,
Yeah,
though,
it
yeah.
varies
by industry.
by
'Cause
industry.
I did come back to
absolutely.
it.
Huh?
Cause I for sure. Did
Yeah,
come back to
exactly.
it. Yeah.
It definitely varies because I think it's a lot easier to quantify it and things like that when it comes to video game. Well, I feel like there's not that many series of video games.
I'm saying you think
like
about
that.
Call of Duty.
Call of Duty
they got
for sure.
Call of Duty,
Tanking.
Naruto, Dragon Ball Z, Tekken.
But there's
Uncharted.
also
Tekken
there's
is a winner.
things about like
Win,
Call of
win,
Duty.
win.
Sometimes people say like it's not the game that's worse. It's just you're at a different point in your life where no,
there were some bad Call of Duties.
I don't know. I haven't played the last Call of Duty I played was like Black Ops 2. So
Man,
I know. I think
wow.
you
it's Ghost.
left
or
at a
something.
good time. I
Exactly.
guess. You had good memories.
I know.
You ain't trying to spoil it.
Yeah.
Oh man,
That's why they had to take a break. Now they said, "Hey, we not dropping another one for a minute."
Yeah.
Let's drop a freebie and just roll with that.
Hey, and it's been winning ever
Working.
since. Warzone,
I'm
people
saying.
building their streaming career off of just Warzone.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So
Shout out Warzone.
Shout out to all the free to play games, bro.
No, for real.
I've got to
Shout
get
out
back.
Steam.
Got to get back on Fortnite, man. That used to be my
Uh,
stuff.
No, absolutely
that's-
not.
Nobody wants
Taz
to
asked
give
me
it a
about that the
chance.
other day. I was like,
I'm sorry.
I don't even put it in the group chat no more, man.
Those. Have you been watching people play that game?
It got worse.
No, it's just crazy to watch. I'm saying like people that professionally play when they're building and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah,
And watching that makes me feel like I can never play this game again.
"If someone do that to me, I'm cutting the system off."
No, straight up.
What?
It's like, well,
Unplug on the plug, bro.
guess it was my day. Cause he about to clip me. Hey, I'm not on nobody clip show on Twitch, bro.
That's rough.
Highlights of
You
the
right. I
week.
was gonna say you in the highlight reel.
Look
Come
how
on,
I
look at
got-
this noob.
Right
Look how I
now,
got them.
it gets
Dang.
bad once they like connected. Be like, oh yeah, and this guy. Look at this
Talking about-
podcast. Wait a
I
second.
sniped him. Go follow Wholesome House Podcast.
Oh man.
Go follow him, host Mouse Podcast,
Yo,
and rate and review, and
I'm
tell
finna
him that
start
he's an
playing
awful player at Fortnite.
Yeah, tell my Adam on there, bro.
Right.
Get you a free dub.
Yo.
Get shit on.
Right.
Literally.
Oh my god.
I used to love that video.
I used to be screaming that in the dorm rooms in Hillcrest playing 2K because I was trying to get in that like 250K like ultimate prize like tournament or something like that. Which brings me Segway Sensei.
Yeah.
Bang.
Hey, I'm
Boom.
ripping
That
off.
brings me to the point of just like sweaty gaming and just like super skill gappy games. What is the sweatiest like competitive game you've ever played?
Smash
Like,
Brothers.
yeah, what game did you play in the competition there? Like, are just so bad? Like, you think you're great, and you get on there and you get showed how good people are.
You
at
get
this game,
humbled
actually.
real quick.
Like you're just like, wow, there's so much better that you can be in this, and I never thought the competition could even reach this level.
I don't know. There's not that many super competitive. I feel like the peak of my competitive gaming was for sure back in the Call of Duty days for me. Okay. I play a lot of Brawlhalla now too. And Destiny, there's a lot of sweaty Destiny gamers for sure. Destiny 2.
Sweaty Destiny.
Oh my
gamers.
Goodness gracious. But yeah, I actually Destiny's probably.
It's really like that?
Well, I mean, I haven't played it in a few years.
No.
Ben, I'm totally with you. When I was in high school, there was a kid. I'm not gonna say his name, but he asked me to buy him some DLC. He was like, "Listen, bro." He was like, "This new Destiny DLC is coming out." No, bro. He was just like, "Could you buy it for me?" I was like, "No." I was like,
why would
I was like, he's like, "Come on, bro. It's just coming out today. Come on." He wasn't even talking about paying me back. I was like, "Why would I just buy you this?"
Is your birthday coming up? Or like,
it was wild, bro. No, we were in English class.
I just need it.
Yeah, I needed it.
I just need this DLC.
He was just like,
"Come on." Have it.
He's like, "Come on, man. Just give me that DLC."
I'm broke. And you got the power to change that, John.
You're not going to be the first person or the last. I was
like, man.
Just say yes. You feel me?
He was going crazy, bro. I was like, no way.
Man.
Fortnite
is up there, I want to say. Also,
Fortnite is a lot of sweaty people in Fortnite. I still have.
I also want to say Brawl, even though I did not enjoy that game. Like, that's one of those ones, someone can be better than you, but you just don't have a good time as you play it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And then Troy was piecing me.
What you mean?
A couple of days ago.
And Brawl? Listen, but it was fun, though.
For who?
Great time.
Exactly. For who?
Listen. But also, I talk about piecing. When I learned how to play that game, I was playing with Matt and Jason. Okay. That was vicious. That was terrible. I hated that game, but now I love it. Brawl, Smash is one of those games I feel like it's just not going to get there for me.
Hey, man, listen.
I'm sorry.
You just got to believe.
But it's a sweaty game. Absolutely. But it's not fun. I'm sorry.
Tekken is a pretty sweaty game, too.
But fun.
Yeah.
But fun. Everybody can win. I also want to say UFC 2, specifically UFC 2.
I loved UFC 2.
We got some animations of that
UFC
game, bro.
Fun.
Dish out.
Hey, you know another game that I was crazy at?
What?
Cooking Mama. I used to go
on the DS
on the Nintendo DS. Okay. Listen, I was in there making macaroons. Okay, fine dining. Wow. I was in there making lobster tail, and no one could see me on that. No one could see me in Just Dance.
It was competitive.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie.
Wow, the dancing games are definitely
when we
up there.
when we were playing Just Dance, that was lit.
That was rough.
Yeah. But no, when we go to round one, man, we want to talk about real sweat. That the people that be on the machines professionally, they got a card. They don't even or not a card, but they just got actual.
No, when they hold the bars behind, that's when you know it's
they
serious.
Holding on to the bars, and it's all just happy feet tap dancing.
It's
like crazy core strength.
Core strength, not hand-eye, but
hammy squat.
You should be an athlute.
Man, you should be running 40 or 40 or something.
That just dance.
You ever thought about track and field?
Combine right now. There ain't no way.
The combine. But yeah, man, that's definitely one for sure. That's a sweaty game.
Actually sweaty.
The game that I was going to say to end the topic is Yu-Gi-Oh, bro. It is such a sweaty game, bro. And hear me out.
The actual card game?
The actual card. Well, I've never played the card game because I'm not finna buy 1,000 cards.
Shout out to my cousin. He loves Yu-Gi-Oh, bro. The card game.
Yeah, I'm not.
The other media.
Yeah, I'm not finna just go to Walmart and sit off for some packs and open it up and be disappointed because I got the same 7 crappy cards at Karibo or something.
They're very expensive too. My cousin says some of those deck builds can be
$10,000 and stuff like that.
They can be very expensive.
But me playing the little $50 game on PSN and stuff like that, I will get on there and I will game plan because I'm into strategy. I like chess and stuff like that. So it's
Nerd.
I like facts. Boo. He likes education.
Go make a mixtape.
Scholar.
Go be a rapper. But yeah, so then I go in there and I just read the cards and what they do and I just create something very elaborate and I've thought about all these situations in my mind of how I can succeed no matter what's thrown at me.
I knew you'd do that.
And then I get on there, right?
I saw this coming.
Get on there, rank match, boom. I'm in there. The name on there is you know how people be having random keyboards and they just got symbols that you just can't get on yours and stuff like that.
That's when you know it's over.
They just have a smiley faces their username or something. I'm like, oh my God. they do rock paper scissors at the beginning. I lose the rock paper scissors. I'm like, okay, this.
He got that down in the algorithm. Like I know exactly how to win.
Or it's gonna be the people that are like your mom. You're just like, where's this gonna go?
Facts. So we get in there, bro. He take one turn. He put one card face down, right?
Oh.
I'll come in there. Boom. I'm thinking like, oh, I got all my favorite cards. I'm like, I'm finna put this.
I got my
out.
game plan.
I'm finna put these down here, and we're gonna be good. The next turn. They next turn lasts for 6 minutes. 6 minutes of agony, bro. They just throw down 7 cards, pull like 9 cards from the graveyard. They do some flip effects, and then I lose, bro. I didn't even have a chance to defend myself. Stupid. Not even gonna let you get the chance. Bro, I be feeling so goofy, bro, because I just sat on that and I just thought about this and imagined this in my head for 6 hours.
Oh my gosh!
And I just went in here and I got mollywopped in like 6 minutes, and my turn was 30 seconds of the 6 minutes, bro. After that, bro, I just want to just break my controller.
It's really about it's definitely about the cards you got.
Don't
for sure.
succeed.
No way.
Wow.
So I gotta hang it up.
Yeah,
Wow.
so that's the sweatiest game I've ever played. And I play some sweaty games. I play 2K. I play Fortnite. I play Warzone.
You be getting mad talking about. I bet y'all could do this better than you in real life, though.
Man, I bet you can't shoot a basketball.
You can't shoot. I bet
You
I
put
can
off
tell
the
you.
court.
You know what's
you
a
just
sweaty
like,
game?
What?
You guys played Fall Guys?
I have
Yes.
played Fall Guys.
That's a sweaty game.
That's something.
Game's crazy.
That's wholesome, bro. You can play that.
Yeah.
Hey, we gonna play Fallout. I mean,
Fall Guy.
Fall
You
Guys.
can play Fallout 2. Shout out Fallout.
Yeah.
Great game series. Please continue. Sorry.
No, you good. I was just saying that. Yeah, Fall Guys is a wholesome game. Like you can definitely like invite somebody over who doesn't play video games.
Yeah.
Want to play Fall Guys?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my god, I would love to. Next thing you know, y'all in
That's
there.
what they sound like.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I love to.
Fall Guys? You got Fall Guys?
Oh no.
Was that a Mickey
Yo.
Mouse impression? Because if so,
Oh boy.
hot dog.
What
Shout,
in the world
shout
is
out
that?
hot dogs, man.
Yo.
Yo, did you,
shout out
did you
Glizzies.
see that
Glizzies.
that picture on
Glizzies.
Twitter? Man's eating like the hot dog was like
Extreme size Glizzies, bro.
it was
Two
like
hands.
And he told him to eat it
family
in
size,
2
bro.
bites.
I don't know if he said all that. I
It was-
hope
yeah,
not.
because I saw a
Oh,
video
that's
that was
some
kind of
freak stuff.
Yeah, he was like, bro, he was like,
Oh,
I'll give you
no.
like $100. You eat this hot dog in like 2 bites, bro.
You have got to chill.
It was
Yeah.
crazy, bro.
What?
Yeah, no, definitely that's
I
too
don't know
much.
about that.
I feel like I don't know, like hot dogs.
they
and I'm
take
not-
years. They take minutes off your life, don't they?
They got to
No, they like actually.
scientifically
I thought
proven.
that was a thing. I thought that was a thing.
Every single
Hold
glizzy
on.
you eat, you use a couple
couple-
minutes.
it's a couple
bro.
minutes.
So
or
what about all
seconds.
those people in like hot dog eating contests?
It's over.
They're
for them.
done.
I've lost at least 9 hours already.
Hey,
man.
okay, so I mean,
Chili
they also
dogs.
say that laughter, adds some time, so maybe you can balance it out a little bit.
You just chuckle and eat, huh? Chuckle.
The reason is just because it is processed meat, and like 61 grams of processed meat resulted in the loss of 27 minutes of healthy life.
So which one you
So-
think killing you first? Hot dogs or bologna?
You
You
going
eat
either way.
a hot dog is bigger,
Is
isn't it?
It might be if
Are
you
there
got
different
the
size-
family
you know,
size.
You
different
seen that thick?
kinds
You
of-
seen that thick cup bologna with the red ring around it, bro? That be
Oh,
big,
nah.
You roll that up
Yeah.
and eat it like a glizzy, bro. 10 of those or 10 glizzies. Which one you picking?
Yo,
no condiments.
body bologna
No
slices.
condiments.
No
Just
condiments.
Rolled up bologna.
Rolled up
Raw
bologna or
dog.
hot dogs, bro.
raw doggy.
No, that's for sure.
I
taking
think-
off.
I think it's both.
I gotta go.
Both
Either one
are
is good.
death.
The glicks. I gotta.
He looking it up.
I can't do
Oh,
the bologna. No.
Can't
I can't do the bologna.
I respect it, bro. What you saying?
With
Joe?
no
So either one
condies?
gonna be a crazy sight, bro. like someone watching me eat 10 hot dogs or me rolling up
you in
10
there.
things of bologna. I'm just like,
Finna
hey,
eat this bologna.
Rolling up bologna.
You can fry the bologna though.
Hey, man.
Yo,
Yeah, we all dying. For
Why
this.
these
that,
my
they ain't really
options?
sell me on it for real, but
Now
hey,
you got that and cancer. This is worse. You got,
I'm dying.
Carcinogenic.
oh no.
Tough.
but
Death by glizzy.
I might take the bologna, bro. It
Oh
might,
my
It might
god.
be
No.
easier to
it
stomach,
might be
bro.
easier to eat than 10 hot dogs. I'm vomiting for sure. Bro.
10 Glizzmeisters in
I've been-
one
I've
sitting,
been there.
bro. What?
Stomach on a tear, bro.
I am not doing it, bro.
I'm in there sick.
Me and the Weenie Hut Junior's not getting
It's the
along, bro.
vomiting for sure.
I'm vomiting for sure.
How
Bro,
tough
Oh
is
my god.
Imagine just a stack of 10 bolognas, bro. Inside the
Nah, man.
the
You might as well just eat the
yellow
fat,
top.
bro.
You just take it out and just chew it.
But you talking about 10 clicks, I'm saying, bro.
Oh my
By
God.
like 5, I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe.
Can you space it out?
I'm like, bro, I can't
You have 30
believe I
minutes.
ate it.
30 minutes?
30 minutes, bro. 30 minutes.
To do 10?
10 glizzies
Y'all
and 10
talking to God,
bolognas.
bro.
Hey.
No condiments, no bread.
So you're talking about 3 minutes of glizzy.
3 minutes of
So I just
glizzies,
gotta
bro.
grab-
You out
Oh,
here.
that's easy. I'm
This
definitely
is a
not
vicious
taking
fight, bro.
that.
Hey, man. Hey, John, man. You got a topic for us, bro? Because I could go all night with this one.
Listen, bro.
Hey, enough
What's-
enough glizzy talk, bro. Let's get serious here,
What's,
man.
what's been on my mind, what's been on my spirit, bro, is about
Talking
these.
to Jesus.
It's about these. Bro, I can't eat no till I know, bro. I'm sorry. There's no way, bro.
What you about to say, John?
I was gonna say NFTs, bro. I was thinking to myself, right? What with the way music is now, we focus like so much on like streaming with Apple, Spotify, Tidal, Amazon, whatever,
You really
whatever
listen
way,
to them all.
whatever way, yeah, whatever way you consume your music.
Can I get some of that nectar, bro?
Pardon? What?
Can I get some of that
He's
nectar, bro?
he's asking for some
You
nectar.
know, you got juice in your hand, bro. Don't act weird about this situation.
But yeah, what if music moved to like a
Why you really gotta think about it like
It's
that?
all right, bro. It's okay, bro. What if?
if we if music moved to an NFT format and we didn't have music on streaming and everything that you like all the music you consumed you had to buy from an NFT, and if you weren't part of like that purchasing group, you would have no way to get that music unless what I'm saying somebody who bought that NFT like shared it with you. You know what I'm saying, or sold it. You know what I'm saying. So like say Dirk had an album, he put all his music, took it off streaming. It's NFTs. You don't get this NFT, you ain't getting no Dirk music, bro.
Dang.
You purchasing that NFT, you gonna spend that Ethereum.
How much the NFT cost, bro? I'm gonna lend a bargain for some dirt.
I mean,
Well, let's look at how much Ethereum is.
I feel
right
like
now.
if
Let's see,
it's
for
definitely a
real.
few thousand, bro.
but if
At
it
this
became
point,
that
it blew up.
if it became that common, like if that was the way to consume music, I'd assume that the market would definitely be different. I think it would be a lot cheaper.
Mm-hmm.
My whole thing is
I'll
the
be a
whole thing
rapper.
about NFT. Oh, absolutely, yeah. I'm coming up. My whole thing about NFTs is
He's seeing the price of it now.
Yeah, he about to
One
change
Ethereum for a Dirk album,
It's how
One of
much?
them.
That's how much.
But it's not. But usually,
$2,574.
but usually it's not just the music, right? It could be like
A
a visual
hologram.
component with it.
Type deal.
You might get like
Right,
a person.
that's
You could get
fine.
you get a personal message from Dirk talking about
That's
what's
too
up,
much.
Zach.
25 cents?
I appreciate you, bro. You OTF for real.
That don't mean nothing to
It
me,
comes with
bro.
a digital
Yo.
chain.
A digital chain, bro. I don't even want to pay to go to Rolling Loud, bro. So I'm definitely not paying for it.
So
No, I'm not.
what
paying.
if you did have, I guess, the funds of
To-
Erythmium? I'm just saying, like, who's somebody that you would, if not Dirk, or anybody for that matter.
Ethereum sounds like fictional. Like,
It does. Sounds
potion.
like Bleeblorp type.
Precisely.
Like I feel like I'm in the movie before Wally.
Glorky Nork.
Facts.
What if it's like Drake, bro? You get the new Drake album.
That's what my skin.
You get a picture of an owl. You know what I'm saying? It's got an OVO chain on it.
Man, it is the chain bust down.
It's like
And you gotta remember, like,
we went to
it's
Eliante
yours.
for it for sure.
You gotta remember, it's yours. Like
Yeah.
other people can see it, but like you own it.
You own it. Like that's yours, and
Well,
you
yeah,
could say, and you
okay.
could sell it too. That I
Okay.
should also say that what I'm saying you
I
could
definitely
You-
cop
that
that
is
Drake.
holding something of value.
I'll definitely cop that Drake because I know I can sell it no matter what. Somebody's gonna want to buy this from me eventually, so I just wear it out. And then next time he finna drop something, he getting big. I'm gonna just hey, go listen to his old projects. Here you go, boom, stock. Now I'm up. And what I'm gonna do?
Oh, so you're
Produce
just
my
gonna be
own
flipping
music.
it. You're gonna
I'm
be
flipping
flipping
music.
it.
I'll be doing it solely like that, bro. I'm ruining the shoe game, bro. I'm out here resale.
Man,
Oh.
I'm just out here. Hey,
You're going to have bots.
Man, I'm out
Exactly.
here. I'm hoarding Cardi albums. I don't even listen to Cardi like that.
Oh,
This
no.
Cardi
Somebody-
album.
yeah.
What you doing for this Cardi album?
this is terrible.
What
Yeah,
would you
bro.
do?
I hope it don't get to that, bro, because it's gonna be horrible for like entertainment.
No, facts.
Absolutely.
The interesting piece about that for me is just because NFTs more, there's a lot more emphasis on ownership.
Yeah.
And we don't really do that anymore when it comes to music, unless it's like I mean, we've discussed this a little bit previous episodes, but you know, like I do like having a vinyl, I do like whatever,
Right,
but that's
right.
only with certain artists and certain projects within those artists as well. So it would be very unfortunate. I personally am not at the point where I need to own that much music.
The
like,
only way.
yeah, like if that's the only way,
The only way.
I'm gonna just be at every concert. You know, like
saying.
Living the
Facts.
dream, bro. You in there?
that's how I'm gonna have.
Are we
to
gonna get
consume.
back to like, you know what I'm saying, like old school like rap, like playing music out of boombox, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be around, or hey, that internet piracy, bro. You gonna get that torrent.
But
Go
what's crazy is like on the one end, yeah, the price of this would be ridiculous. It would actually cause music.
Discourage.
Put
you
the
to
album in the
listen.
bag.
No. It would cause music to become very, very, very valuable.
Expensive currency.
Valuable. Because right now it's like what a stream gets you 0.001.
I'm saying now,
2
true, you
cents.
can you sell one
Cheez-It.
One song.
I
That's
think
One
you get
Cheez-It.
one thing of Ethereum,
Yes,
bro.
one
Hey,
Cheez-It.
you making thousands of dollars.
That's crazy. I feel like at that point you kind of in the game, kind of, a little bit.
I'll drop a hot single. Long as I get a March beat. Yes, sir.
March.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that'd be interesting to see if that ever happens. I definitely hope not, though.
That would suck. Can you imagine if it happened to like movies? Can you imagine if
you had
Just
to own a movie,
just media in general,
Batman.
it could definitely.
the
that's
Batman
a
is an
lot
NFT?
of
That'd be a very. I understand the expense at that point. I ain't gonna lie
And-
to you.
because of the quality of the movie, or just because of the length. 'Cause that's what I'm thinking of.
A high quality 3 hour
Yo,
3 hour flick. Oh my, blockbuster flick.
yeah.
That's crazy.
Because
Like, can you imagine Men in Black or something?
Why?
I don't know. I
Men in
feel like it
Black?
was very. I feel like it was very big. I'm just rolling with it.
Nah,
You mean as like an NFT?
I'm thinking of like
Yeah.
the Titanic.
Ooh.
Well, I guess
see
that's
the
not as much as because you guys. I'm sure, in terms
Coach
of
Carter.
size, maybe what?
Coach Carter. If that was a
Are
movie,
you just saying like good movies right now?
like a movie that you would pay. a good
I could
price
see
for?
like a scene from a movie being made as an NFT. Like you were just saying Titanic,
Yes,
the scene
true.
with Jack.
I still feel like. a
Oh, you
whole
mean the
movie
one when she
would make
could
sense
have
for thousands of dollars.
slid over and made room for
A
my
gift.
money?
Yeah, exactly. I could see someone buying that as an NFT.
You're the
like to
only
own
one
that.
that's seen it.
a gift. What if gifts like costed to use and stuff like that?
I'd
Like
be
just in
debt.
texting?
I'd be in debt.
Boy, I would get to making my own
Emojis.
Yeah,
I'd
get
be
to-
out of there.
like the one with the dude. Hey, facts. I would say the dude. What he do? He be like
Yeah, thinking
making bread off of that one because I've
Absolutely.
used that one hundreds of times.
There's a. I feel like I remember seeing somewhere that someone actually did that, and I want to say it's the blinking guy, the blinking white guy, where he's like,
You start getting money off of that?
he turned it into a
Oh,
NFT.
I remember
that's
seeing that. I
awesome.
think I do remember seeing
Yeah.
that.
So
I would
that is a
actually
thing.
really appreciate owning that. Nah, I wouldn't pay however much I'm sure it
No.
costs, but it would be really cool to own that.
To
I'm
be
not gonna lie.
one of the select ones that can use it, and everything goes back to like exclusivity.
I'd pay
I
for
don't
a
know if
rarity.
you said that correctly.
Anemone.
You know I'll be making up words and
It's
it's
an anemone. It's an anemone.
exclusive.
Exclusivity.
English is my second language.
Hey man,
What's your
the way
first?
Breeze Bonics. You feel me?
I almost put this mic down.
hey, he really set us up with that one. And we
I should've known,
we
bro.
fell right into that trap. bro. Yeah, no, I can't say walrus half the time, so I ain't mad at you. But I definitely agree with that. Just like the idea of, oh, only I have that and you don't or you can't.
Dang.
That's
Yeah.
that piece that's like, oh, well, this is a little bit more valuable because
That's-
neener.
That's why Jordan's like. I went into Somerset this past weekend and they got a shoe store that just opened up in there. I went in there, bro. They got like the gamma
11s.
11s, yeah, a K.
Oh,
You can get those on StockX for like $550 or like $600. I'm like, y'all really charging? Y'all really taxing $400 more? And they're like, yeah,
You paying for that accessibility though. You paying
Yeah.
for it to be right there.
yeah. They're like, oh, StockX, you gotta wait 2 weeks. I'm like,
I'm waiting at 2 weeks.
$400?
Yeah, I'm waiting at 2
$400
weeks,
is
bro.
worth 2 weeks to some people.
But think about it, bro. You like a Wale or some Shout out Wale again.
Gotta have it.
He buying whatever. You know what I'm saying?
You said what shoes again?
The Gamma 11s.
I'm gonna see what these $2,000 shoes look like.
Well, 1,000. Yeah, but them Jordan 2s, them Jordan Low 2s, they was in there for like 1,500.
You talking about the Off-White?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a lot of money for some shoes that are going
get dirty at the bottom regardless, and then let you go
Most
to
of
a
the
club and somebody dancing.
Yeah.
It's not really about. It's not as much about wearing shoes as much, bro. Most of that, like, it's kind of like we were talking about the NFTs. Is just the currency of it, bro. You get those shoes.
Some
and
of them.
A lot of times you're probably flipping them.
That too, yeah.
That's where I got the concept from. Give me an NFT. Watch what I do with it. Twice the price.
What?
Twice as nice.
Wow, that's crazy.
Bars. We'll see though. NFTs is always like an interesting concept, and I think it's as the idea and the concept develops more and more, I hope that the information around them becomes more accessible, because I think that's one of the things that we mentioned last week whenever we were talking about them, is that like I only understand them to a certain extent,
right?
Like at some point, my knowledge around NFTs is for sure limited, and hopefully it'll just become more common. If it's something that is that valuable of a concept, then hopefully it will become more common to where we all as a collective can be like, okay, I get this now.
Bring out the holograms.
Yeah, it just makes me think more it's
time
about ownership in music and stuff too. The idea of NFTs and even like Bandcamp and stuff. We were kind of talking about it.
Shout out Bandcamp.
Yeah, man. Just having that ownership of your art and your music. We were talking Bandcamp Fridays. Let you get all your money from whatever purchases, people buy your music and stuff. So, yeah, I definitely agree. I'm not super versed in NFTs, bro. Most I know is just straight like, shoot, you can get people to pay for, whatever artistic or whatever it is that you want them to, for that ownership of that thing, that IP.
That IP. So, yeah.
Outside of music, and I guess this is sort of related, but I'm curious to see, and this is actually, honestly, this is more tied to what one of the people that tuned into our live earlier, our prelude,
the pregame.
Yeah, the pregame, right, was focused on, okay, let me show you how I connected these dots real quick, because I was thinking about NFTs and also thinking about like how that might transverse into other, like TV shows and things like that, and how like maybe older TV shows may have the GIFs or the holograms or whatever. Do you feel like there's been like a recent trend of kind of, I think a lot of shows are putting a lot of emphasis on giving our generation closure in regards to their shows. Yeah, like think about the Blue's Clues thing, that when all the Steves came about, the Arthur episode that just
that's fair.
Came out of nowhere. I'm just like, what is it about? Like, is this us? Like, are we requesting these things, or is this like a? I have somewhat of a theory, or is this just like the writers that's just like, they deserve
Let's
this.
hang it up. Tight.
Yeah, like let's give this a good ending and let him grow up and all that kind of stuff.
I feel like I would really want to know the answer to this question for like Arthur, because it's like,
Did we need this?
Yeah.
Did we need this?
And it felt like it kind of happened out of. I just looked up one day.
I think it was cool.
Arthur's
yeah,
trending.
Exactly. And I think it's nice for a show to have an ending and have a stopping point. But it doesn't have to be like.
Sometimes
it doesn't have to be like, oh, they grew up with me, or now that's blah blah blah. Let's take this back to this piece and blah blah. Like, why don't you just end the show where it's at? Say like this is wrapped up. I don't know. Do you guys think it's like a generational thing where we just feed off of this idea of closure from?
Yeah, I was gonna say media? I think sometimes I don't know who's a diehard Arthur fan that felt like
somebody
really
was like writing letters
that was
like,
I
hey,
need this closure on this, because you're absolutely right. That did kind of come up randomly, and it was like the 25th season of the show, which is crazy because Sesame Street is like still making episodes, and that show's been on
still making episodes
since our parents were probably kids, low key. So, I don't know if it's just when you said it, maybe it's like a timing thing. I mean, I guess it is.
What if they end Sesame Street by Elmo killing Rocco?
He throws them out the. He throws them in the river or something,
Right.
bro.
Anyway, continue.
Nah, but that was mostly it, man. I think it just might just be a timing thing.
Yeah.
For the most part, because I guess we are kind of in that young adult-ish age.
Yeah.
Most people that I guess would have grown up on that, I guess, would be older or a little older than us. I think too. If it's on its 25th season, I guess so.
It's a baffling concept. I'll be honest with you.
What?
Just I
Baffling.
don't know. The idea of
Cartoonic closure.
Cartoonic closure. It's very. I don't know.
I would say that we're definitely requesting it. I feel like I'm sure every like generation of people is like nostalgic, but like, you know, we was already 18 reminiscing about, man, remember when we were 11? Remember when we were 10? It's like that's just like something that happens like largely on social media. Like unlocking memories was like a big trend for like 6 months, and everybody's like, oh, I just unlocked this.
I remember
and then
that,
they showed you
yeah.
something. Yeah, so it's like we just big on like revisiting the past and stuff just as a collective society. So with that, it's like they're marketing off of that. Like they know that sells. So I mean, of course you're going to like, you know, tap into that market if you're a good businessman. So them seeing the success of maybe Blue's Clues doing that, it's kind of like, why not? Like, why not? It's going to work. Like, it's going to eat it up. It's going to go viral. So they were just making good business moves, I think. But to a certain extent, us always, like, popularizing, like, memories of the past, we kind of are asking for it indirectly.
I definitely get that, too, because that's one of the things that I see often, and, you know, when it comes to movies and TV in particular, is I don't want to call it a lack of creativity, but you don't see a whole lot of new stuff, like genuinely
Facts.
new stuff. That's why, like, you know, the Nope and Us and Get Out and stuff, like movies of that nature are so refreshing because it's actually new. It's not just okay.
Closest thing we gonna see to original.
Yeah,
basically.
it's an original concept, and it's not just like, all right, let me just throw a bunch of jump scares and it's a
Right.
ghost or it's a demon or something. It's, you know, it's a new concept. And so I think it could partially just be that same, like, let's not, you know, spend so much money on taking this risk of making something new, a new TV show or whatever. But we know they loved Arthur. We know they messed with Blue, you know. So let's just see if we can, right, spin the block real quick.
Wrap it up.
And, yeah. And then it becomes this big old, like, social media, whatever. Because then that also is for sure a factor into it as well. So I think because we can interact a lot more, you know, imagine like previous generation, if they tried to do that and you just had to like catch it on TV on the same, like imagine if you just had to be on PBS Kids to see that episode.
That would be so rough.
No one would see, you know, like it'd be like the
rerun,
kids,
but it wouldn't hit the same.
Exactly,
Probably.
like the kids that are just
man.
actively already watching Blue's Clues, they'd be like, "Who are these?" You know, like what is the significance about this or whatever. So I think because we have so much different accessibility and means of, you know, actually seeing that, consuming that through the internet and social media, I definitely think that plays a big role as well.
Heck, if you wanted to, at this point, you could also stream it, which is also like it plays a role in how you experience it. Like you said, imagine only being able to catch it on TV.
We do have a lot of
streaming.
accessibility for sure.
That'd be tough. That'd be so tough.
Yeah, it definitely wouldn't be doing any kind of numbers.
Oh no, definitely not.
So anyway, look at you had something to say, Zach.
Oh, I didn't want to steal anybody's thunder. I was letting y'all go in for a question because I got one that I think is pretty
for it.
fun.
All right.
You know, it's kind of like a would you rather question. You know, it's one of those.
As long as it's not
choosing between things.
The hot dogs and bologna.
No, it's not the Glizzmeisters. So I was just thinking about just like annoying, just like feelings, because I've been over here struggling, trying not to cough, thinking about Ben mentioning like what's the hardest thing to hold in. I'm like, I can hold this cough in. I can hold this in.
Your eyes look like they watering a little bit.
You know,
bro.
just a tad bit, but I can cough once every 8 minutes and be good. But
okay.
yeah, so I was thinking about annoying feelings, like just things that like you just hate, just like sensations that you just dislike. So these three came to mind. Which one would you rather? Which one is the worst to have? Wet socks, mosquito bites,
Wet socks.
Mosquito bites.
or I have one more.
What?
The feeling that your ears need to pop. Like there's a lot of pressure in there, kind of like when you're in the airport.
Oh
like
man,
before you fresh off a plane and it hasn't got to.
I wish I'd have heard that one first. I'd probably say the ears popping.
The ears popping.
That'd be killing me, bro.
Okay, I respect it.
I feel like it's only the ears popping. There's somewhat of a spectrum when it comes to that because I think
it can be really, really, really bad.
Sometimes it can actually be like painful.
Yeah,
like it's and so I would say when it's that bad, it can be a little bit closer to the top.
Yeah,
but
they're just kind of there. You're like,
measure them all on the same level of extreme. So if you're going extreme ear popping, then
like
the
wettest socks,
then I'm definitely
a puddle. You're sitting in a puddle. It's like if you want to go that extreme, you
that mosquito bite
is
the big is
that wet sock
melon.
is so gross though.
It's
not
a melon.
For the wet sock one to make it more extreme, it's milk. It's not water.
Oh,
that's it, bro.
Okay.
For the
So
mosquito bite,
like
you're allergic.
No, if you want to take it there with the socks, you have to do something like
Some
you step in honey,
viscous
quick story time.
mayonnaise.
Quick story time.
It's
So
not in there.
it's around Thanksgiving time. I didn't actually have my folks over for Thanksgiving like I had planned to. Like we bought a ham, all the sides, all this, all that, whatever. Oh, and actually, no, what happened is my stove broke.
Boom.
Whole holiday wraps. I'm like, no.
Man.
I was very, very disappointed. So we're like, okay, I'll just take it over to my folks' house. Because at this point, like, we had it ready to go. And I'm like, I don't know what else we're going to do with it. We just got this uncooked ham. I'm going to take it over to my folks' house, whatever, and cook it. I spill. Oh, I'm sorry. It's like a. Well, hey, cat's out the bag. I spill it all over my freaking boots. Okay, and I've never worn these boots again. And that was this year. This is past Thanksgiving.
Like
so, if we're gonna talk about if we're gonna talk about socks being wet with that, yeah, you win. Because I was so sick. I got ham-soaked socks. I was ready to throw the whole.
That sounds like a
around
struggle. The homeless man
and
entree.
You know what it felt like? I can tell you what it looked like actually. In the office,
like I know what it
when
sounds
Kevin
like.
drops
That's
his,
oh no,
he drops his chili. That's exactly what I felt like. It felt so slow. It was just everywhere.
That is an awful sensation. I can only imagine.
I'm 100%. I hate the wet sock thing the most. Like,
this is a horror story for you.
I'm leaning towards wet sock.
It's just so terrible, bro, because it's just like you just like there's no way to avoid the discomfort, bro. And it's just like you using your feet the majority of the day.
But you can take your socks off.
I'm saying like you have to endure this. There's no cheat code to get around it.
Well, then that kind of changes for the ear popping thing. Because sometimes you can't just pop your ears. Like sometimes they just
agreed. So
trying to
just actively experiencing those three. Which one?
But like, what if you have wet socks? Like you got boots on. That like you're out somewhere too.
Yeah, you out to be like
no.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I'm thinking.
Oh,
you're thinking like you just got a sock on. You at the crib. Yeah, I can just take that off.
I mean, my socks ain't been wet like what y'all talking about. That's rough.
In deep snow, hey,
bro.
No, I be booted up.
Anti wet socks, bro.
Piped up.
Y'all. You dig?
But yeah, I feel like mosquito bite. I'm just so used to that at this point, you know.
If it's as bad as wet socks,
I don't think that's what I'm saying. I don't think a mosquito bite can be as bad as wet socks. You looking at? I've seen.
And in the wintertime, you don't have to worry about no mosquito bites. I'm cool right now.
Mosquito bite, I don't know.
I'm always in danger of getting
putting them on equal playing fields, though.
Hey, do y'all when y'all get mosquito bites, do y'all do the little X through them?
Got to.
Man, got to, bro. That's what say today.
It's a requirement. Absolutely. You
has to be looking like Hellboy, bro.
Oh my god.
Oh
I'm not playing with you. That's why I'm like, these mosquito bites, we're serious. And if you ever, man, listen, mosquitoes in the city do not play. Because that's the other thing, too. So if my boots are wet, that implies like there's enough water. I'm sorry, my socks are wet. There's enough water for my whole foot to feel wet. How many mosquito bites I got, or is it just one? You can only have one thing of your ear popping too.
It's also dependent on where these mosquito bites are.
I'm saying
because if it's something easily accessible,
on my leg, okay,
right.
I got one on the bottom of my foot, behind my ear, in the middle of my forehead, bro. I can't take that. That's terrible.
You can't even scratch all those places.
The four mosquito bites are on your foot.
On the same foot.
The same foot.
On the bottom of my foot.
Right on the side over here. like where the shoestrings
What kind of weird mosquito is getting
Dang,
out
that
there?
is a bad one. I'm not gonna
I got one
lie.
right here, right now.
That was a
That's great
mosquito on a
example.
mission. You get all the way
Exactly.
there.
Yeah, for real. Dang.
Risky for a biscuit.
I have gotten a mosquito bite on my foot for sure, and I have been like, dang.
Like,
Yeah,
what?
them ankle ones just be a little bit stronger. I don't know what it
You
is.
gotta wear some tube socks, man. It's some long johns, bro.
All just in the suburbs.
They do not care.
Hey,
They eat through that,
They
bro.
get
Some of
into
them
that
do.
blood bag regardless.
Some of them do. Hey,
Hey,
get to it.
we be having some ambitious mosquitoes out here. Oh, champions find a way.
they be fighting the little planes, dropping the little pesticides and stuff. Like, be trying to kill them off and make them
Man,
infernal and stuff.
Yeah, and then they evolve.
I'm saying, bro.
Blood sucking parasite. That's
They
crazy.
just hold their breath.
Isn't it just the saliva of a mosquito? That's why it itches. It's like they like spit. And I'm pretty sure it's the saliva, and it's like your body's reaction to the saliva that makes it itchy.
As a third grade mosquito prevention champion who made a drawing, I would say yes.
Excuse me.
How did you get that? How did you get that distinction?
And who,
How did I get that
who
distinction?
bestowed that upon
You know,
you?
like we had like the little mosquito pest control people come to our school and stuff, and then they had like a little annual contest.
Hey,
and then-
what kind of school system was you in that was like the thing?
And y'all didn't have
That they had to
pools.
have pest control.
No
come
pools.
and-
I ain't forget.
Bridgeport Community School
Oh
District.
nah,
Hey, shout out
it was
Bridgeport.
something
Hey.
all through that school system.
So
huh?
Came out
when we was
stronger.
third graders, they come teach us about mosquitoes and like how to get rid of them and all that stuff. And then we had to draw a picture of our families, like assisting, like helping get rid of mosquitoes, like
no
not having
way.
like not having like up containers with water in them, not having tires, not having your
Come
basketball
on.
rim with water on the top of it.
And this
So
is
then
asbestos,
I
children.
won, and then I won a bike. I
Don't
won.
eat pink.
Wow,
What a
off
bike.
the picture.
Yeah,
Off the picture.
as a third
Big
grader.
Z,
Yeah.
young Picasso. What's
You feel
up,
me,
man?
bro?
Go crazy.
Yeah, they said I won because I made a family effort and they really appreciated that it wasn't just me
maybe
doing
not.
it in the picture.
Wow. So you had,
He had a couple other
grandmama-
people. They was like, yeah,
Tap
this is
in.
it.
Grandmama was moving the water out the place.
You feel me?
know.
All that. So
Brother
got
was-
this green
Granddad
bike.
fighting them
Mom-
mosquitoes. But it's actually a giant mosquito and they going crazy.
Yeah, he got a bike off that. That's
I'm
wild.
saying, hey,
Hey,
mosquito.
go need that
prevention.
bike now.
Oh me, bro. Now
It's
we're
gas
gonna-
prices.
Yeah, facts. I can't even drive home today. I guess I'm sleeping on John couch or something. I don't know. I can't
That's
wait.
tough,
So I
bro.
probably I can get no water. I probably keep sleeping on the couch. either.
This man didn't even say anything.
You know what, bro?
Right,
I was
just
gonna, I was gonna let you sleep on the couch, bro. Now
I don't know.
I probably still would, but I'm
Shout
gonna
out
probably yank
Wholesome
your chain
House.
or something.
Hey, I can see it in your eyes right now.
Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna go with West Sox. That's my final answer.
West
That's the
Sox
worst
final
one.
answer.
Yeah.
A mosquito bite. That's what I'm rolling with.
All right, bro. I hope you, man. I ain't gonna wish that on you.
Whoa.
I won't
Thank
wish
you.
that on.
I'm saying the mosquito bite on the foot. That sucks. It's
The
gonna be
west
there
side?
for a couple days.
Both socks wet,
Both socks wet.
and you out and about.
Ear popping.
That's also pretty freaking bad.
It's pretty terrible, bro.
I probably, yeah, ear popping does like ruin the rest of my day, low key, or at
I
least
will leave
until
you
it.
disoriented, bro. Like a flashbang went off in your head. You're just like,
Wow.
ah.
That's how I feel when my noise cancellation be on my AirPods sometimes, and I just be walking around with them on. But I'm talking to
Situational
people.
awareness on 0.
You just
Yeah, that cough winning.
Hey, bro. What I tell you, bro, I was born a germ, bro. I was born sick, bro. I was sick like the first 2 episodes. of this.
No, not sick.
I'm ill. I'm ill. I'm ill.
I'm
I'm ill.
ill.
Anyone else final answers for?
Man, this is
John.
all
John,
trash.
we're waiting on yours.
oh yeah, I said I'm taking the wet socks, bro.
Yeah, West Sox
I
is the worst.
died. I can't do that, bro.
Oh, this is trash.
West Sox for the win.
I guess it's for the.
Squish squish.
It's for the. Yeah, I guess
For
it's for
the-
it's for the win being the worst.
Yeah.
Is that still
Is
a
it
win?
really a win? Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, bro. Because
Congratulations.
I definitely don't
You're
want to
awful.
Congratulations, you suck.
Anyway, well, I feel like this is a good point to go ahead and wrap things up. We did have quite the enjoyable conversation today.
Yeah, I'll be real with y'all. I'm tired. We had some laughs
No,
today.
we did.
Ooh,
I really appreciate the live, going live. So yeah, I'm glad we're gonna keep doing that. So definitely tune into those
In the
future.
mix, we're
Yeah.
putting it in the blender now.
Put it in the
Yes, sir. Yeah.
But yeah, of course, we appreciate you guys tapping in with us yet again. coming to listen to the Wholesome House podcast. You also may have watched it on YouTube. If you haven't already done that,
check us out.
Definitely check us out. I feel
like
we'd be making facial expressions and doing, physical motions and whatnot that you might not just be getting the full experience. The full experience.
I'm saying.
You come essentially chill with us. You be like in another chair, just like on that side. Like you're on that side.
You in the Wholesome House.
Exactly.
I see the whole person.
Exactly. And of course, as always, stay connected on the social media and whatnot. This is just the call to action portion, I guess. But
like, subscribe, comment, share.
All the scooty boop. All the beep it about.
Save, send to your friends, send to your mom.
Tell your friends. Tell your coworkers about us, man. They love some podcasts. I ain't told nobody
at my job I have a podcast.
I'm
worried I'm going to say something.
Don't tell them that, bro.
Where your mom's at? Where your mom at? But tell everybody, man.
Signing out.
Wholesome boy signing out.
Yes, sir.
Stay hydrated, my friends.
And I want to leave y'all with this. I'll leave you with this.
Dun, dun, dun.
Wise words. Lead with your heart. And if that doesn't help, flip a coin.
Till next time.
Yep. That's
that
it.
Was deep.
Yes, sir. Shout out my sister. She sent me that. I wanted to share that with y'all. In the Wholesome House, man.
Shout out my people and my people's people.
And my people's people. People's people. Come on.
Period.
That's it.
That's it.
I'm good.
That's it.